for taking time out of your morning or your evening to join us. We are going to be kicking off our 10-day Lymph challenge today, Monday, November 14th. I'm Kelsey Brown, for those of you guys that haven't met yet. I'm in India, like Carrie said. So my family and I do business here, and we are doing the doTERRA business in India. It just launched in India. So we're here doing that and adopting a sweet little girl while we're here. Some of you guys that don't know Carrie, this is Carrie Cootie. She is my doTERRA leader, but she's also a practitioner, a pharmacist, and lots of other things. So she's kind of our guru, if you will, for those of you who understand that word, and we'll use it for in India. She's my teacher. But I wanted to tell you guys just a little bit about what this challenge is. If you've been wondering, like, what did I just sign up for? The lymphatic system is, I feel like, a system in the body that we just don't talk about very often. We talk about your digestive system and your respiratory system, and then you're like, your lymph. Where is that? What is that? What does that do? But I feel like, especially this past year, I've learned a ton about it. And I just, even in my own health journey, this has been kind of a missing piece for me. And Carrie's actually been walking me through that. So for those of you who haven't met her yet, I'm really excited to connect you guys with her. And I feel like, as people have asked me about my health journey, I have an autoimmune disease. And I've been, healing through that and just praying and asking God to help me heal through that. Just as I've been trying to detox, people have been asking me a ton of questions. Well, what'd you do? And, what are you doing? And how's it going? And whatever. And I've had 2 pieces of advice that I've given, I think, every single person. And it's been, 1, start with daily things to help your lymph. And 2, I need to connect you with Carrie Cootie. So here we are. That's kind of how this challenge was birthed. I feel like Carrie and I have been talking a lot about this and how to get people just some practical, tangible things you could be doing that are daily habits that can help move your lymph. And what your lymph is it's kind of this watery fluid that's under your skin, and it's going to help carry things out of your body. So when we're talking about toxins or heavy metals or anything like that, they can kind of get stuck in our body, and we don't want that, right? We want to be able to flush things out. But when you're talking about like your blood in your body, well, the way your blood gets around your body is your heart pumps it. But with your lymphatic system, the way God created our bodies is He created us to be the pump. And so there's some certain things that we can do to keep that pump going smoothly and working properly. And so we're really excited to share a few things with you guys this week or over the next 10 days that will hopefully help. And some just specific things that I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about, at the end of this 10 days, to hear what things went well for you guys. Maybe you want to take some before and after pictures of, puffiness might go down. You might feel better. You might have more energy. So I'm really excited at the end of the 10 days just to hear what were some wins. What are some things that at the end of this 10 days, you're like, I want to keep doing that. That was awesome. Maybe you're like, Kelsey and Carrie told me to take more baths. I like that girl, whatever. So I'm just really excited to hear at the end of 10 days how it went for you guys. And then I'm also really excited for those of you who have been using doTERRA oils before. I feel like the oils that we're talking about this week, Zendicrine Blend, Grapefruit, and Aroma Touch, those are 3 oils that aren't in our top 10 oils. And so I feel like you might not know much about these oils, but they're kind of underrated. So we're really excited to even just in our challenge and in the 10 days, just to be giving some education on how awesome these oils are for detoxing. And then, I just feel like 2 of those oils that I just mentioned are blends. And so you're actually getting to try, if you haven't tried them before, a lot of different oils, because Zendicrine Blend and Aroma Touch Blend have a ton of different oils inside of them. So Carrie's going to share a little bit with us about how the shout group works and some details like that. And then, we're excited to hear from you guys too, of what you're excited for.
Yes, thank you, Kelsey. I just, while she was talking, I really, thought about how sometimes we overlook the smallest things, but they make a big difference, and I just think about people that come to me with like big issues, and they want a fix to them. However, you really have to peel back the layers and just see like, how is your body's drainage funnel working? And oftentimes you just have to pick it apart almost. And the lymphatic system is something that often gets overlooked because it's just a lot of these things that we're asking to do seem very small, but they do make a big difference. So I just want to share that with you in the whole grand scheme of things, because it really is a large piece of the puzzle to really focus on these more intentional things that, we might have heard before, but yet we're not necessarily doing them. And it is something that you kind of have to be consistent with. And I know sometimes some people are better at being consistent than others. There's, if you are, that's great. If not, no worries. Any of these things that you do are really going to help. They are going to help in the grand scheme of things. And I think once that you see how they do benefit you, even after these 10 days, we hope that you'll continue some of these. And that's going to be kind of our challenge to you, is just maybe pick one or two things to continue, not necessarily all of them, because I know that can seem overwhelming, but they do really make a difference. I did want to share just some things. And I also want to say, if you have any questions, no matter if they seem big or small, let's answer them here live. I'm sure that other people have thought the same thing. So post those in the chat and we can kind of answer those as we go. But I wanted to share my screen really quick and share how to use Shout, because that is sort of our community aspect of this challenge. And you certainly don't have to join, but it's just fun to interact with other people in there. So I wanted to make sure that you kind of knew how to do that. And this was a great opportunity to do that. So I am going to try to pull up that one specific one. So you're going to have to see all of my desktop. Let's see. Sorry about that. I thought I could pull up that one screen, but I couldn't. So hopefully you guys can see this. This is actually the desktop version of Shout. So most of you have probably been using it on your phone, which is fine. It's easier for me to show you on the desktop, obviously, when I'm sharing my screen here, but you can see it a lot better on the desktop as well. So if you ever kind of have trouble seeing something, you might want to hop on the desktop version. But this is how it will look once you are in the group chat. And as you can see over here to the left-hand side, there'll be a lot of options on there for you, but you're going to hop in the group chat. That's where we're going to have our discussion in here, and it's called Lymph Challenge, of course. And so once you get in, you'll see the main discussion feed, and that's just all the posts that we've made, everybody's replies and things like that. So there's just a few key features that I want to make sure you kind of know where they're at, understand how to use it. On the desktop version, over here to the right, it has another little sidebar that has different I don't know what you would call them, like folders, I guess, different tabs. Tabs is the word I was looking for. Info, notes, all of those types of things will be over there. You're just going to stay in that info section. That's where we put a lot of the just helpful things for you to refer back to. So as you scroll down, there's just a lot of links here. We're going to put the recording to this video here, just some things that you might want to refer back to. So the description of that info section is where those things will be. And if you scroll on down on your phone, you'll see starred messages. That's another place that I want you to make sure that you know how to get to. Once you click that, you will see messages that we have starred as important. So we're going to star all of the posts that we make every day. And then we've also starred just some other helpful things that we posted maybe at the beginning of the challenge you might have missed. So all of that information will be under starred messages. And so a couple of other things, we're posting things that we would love for you to interact with. There's no problem with you just posting a message in the main discussion feed. However, if we post something and you have a specific question to that post, if you're on your phone, you can simply hold down the text and there'll be options that pop up that look like, I don't know if I can't, I'm trying to point to it, but you can't see where I'm pointing. It'll give you like a little text bubble. There'll be a few different things that pop up as options. That little text bubble will allow you to reply to that particular post that we've made. So if I want to do that, I'm going to either hover over it if I'm on my desktop, or I'm going to hold down on the post and it will bring up an option for me to reply to that. It's just a way to kind of keep things together in the group. But those are really some main things to consider whenever you're using Shout. It's pretty user friendly, but if you have any questions, if you're on live, you can post in the chat and we'll try to answer those. But just wanted to share kind of an overview of how you use Shout. Okay, just making sure there's not any. Okay. Daphne, you said, what is the expected outcome for this challenge? It's a really good question. So, and I think that, yes, we can give you some overarching, these would be expected outcomes in general, but it really is going to depend on what your situation is individual. You know, everything health is individual, you know that, certainly. However, I think some things that you could hope to experience would be, like Kelsey said, if you do experience swelling, decrease in that. Some people really lose a lot of inflammatory weight, I'll call it, if they're just kind of holding on to weight because they do have increased inflammation. And then we're stimulating this lymphatic system to get some of that out. Of course, losing a few pounds would be a great benefit of that, and an expected one. Sometimes even when people experience a lot of pain, maybe in lymph nodes, maybe in joints, those type of things, because there's built up fluid there because your lymphatic system is not draining properly. So that would make sense that you would experience less of that. So those are just some things that come to mind, but that's a really great thing that if you'll mark that down, Kelsey, maybe we can make a post on that just to, get people thinking of things to look for, because if you've never really thought about it, that would be a great thing to bring up to let people know what to be looking for sure. A great question. Okay, so we have some materials that maybe some of you have already seen, maybe not, but I just wanted to point your attention to them if you haven't checked these out. So really, we tried to include everything that you would need as far as links to things or explanations to things in the ebook. So we have that in the info section of the Shout group. You were emailed that, hopefully. But if you need the link to that ebook, we can post it here, and just let us know if you can't find it. But we have it saved in that info section, so hopefully now that you know how to get to that, you can always access that. But that's a great place to go to see if you have a question, if it's answered in there. Certainly we're not perfect, so we probably forgot something, but this is our first round of this, so that's really exciting for us. We knew that there would be some things that maybe we forgot to address, but I just love the idea of we're going to learn as we go. We do that too, right? Nobody is expecting to get this perfect by any means, but just the fact that you're being intentional with your health to us is a really big win. And we did want to include levels as well. And I know many of you have posted, I'm going to do level 3 or I'm going to do level 1. We did that because we didn't want you to feel like if you weren't in the position, maybe financially or time-wise, to do all of the things, we still wanted you to join because we know how important even those really, really simple, basic 1 or 2 things that you can do a day will be. So that's kind of why we made the levels that you could sort of be intentional in opting in with. Okay, so we have the ebook. We also have a tracker. So if you're somebody that likes to check things off, make sure that you print that out and you can check off the different things depending on what level you want to do and all of that. I think that Kelsey is posting some things in the chat. So maybe if you're looking for links, check over there. So we made the tracker. One thing that we wanted to mention is that, when you think about adding in essential oils, it really does matter the quality of them. And I know many of you on this call already know that. However, that's kind of, I just wanted to reiterate that because if you're looking to do something for medicinal effect, you really want to have a pure oil that is very high quality that's going to do what you want it to do. And so we did choose these very intentionally. There was a lot of oils that we could have chosen that would have been great. However, choosing the 2 blends was very intentional because, as Kelsey said, you get to experience a lot of oils within just those 2 blends. So if you're using oils, the blends are really there for a reason so that you do get the most benefit, for your money, because I get, right? We want to be able to use what we have in the most effective way. So that's one of the reasons why we did choose those blends. But just, speaking about the quality again, it's really important, especially, something like grapefruit in your water. You want to make sure that you're using a quality product, especially if you're going to take it internally. So that brings up my question. Who has their water with their grapefruit oil? I mean, it's right here, guys, right? You all should have yours sitting right beside you. If you don't, go grab it after this call. Grab you some water. If you don't have the grapefruit oil, put some lime or lemon, like just a squeeze of that in there. That's great as well. One other thing that I wanted to mention is we're going to be just sharing maybe some more upgrades that you could take to this or add into this challenge. And obviously these are optional. However, some people are just like all in, they want to do all the things. And so it can be really beneficial to add in an extra little step of stimulating some of these really important neurolymphatic points is what they're called. And that really can basically, it's just kind of like an accelerator. It's just pouring gas on, we're trying to get the car going, if you will. And so we're just going to add a little bit more gas in there. And so stimulating some of these points, like one is right here on your collarbone, and just pumping right here with your fingers. Really simple to do, but that really can stimulate your lymphatic system. And there are other points on your body. So just know that we're going to be posting a short video if you do want to add some of those things in. And you might think, I don't have time for that. That seems a little extra. That's totally fine. Take it or leave it. And we hope that you'll do this challenge again. We hope that, this might be something that we do quarterly or something like that. So do what you can this time and just keep that in mind that will be really beneficial in the future. Kelsey, did I leave out anything or anything else you can think of?
That sounded good to me.
Awesome. Well, we are very excited about this. And I just want to say kudos to you for joining us live, for being all in on this challenge. And especially right now, I know it's a busy time of the year. Like, we're all busy with all the things. I get it. However, just being intentional with these few things can really make a difference. So I just encourage you to, even if it seems little, just be intentional in these 10 days. And I hope that you see a lot of benefit from that. But we're here for questions. If you I know this is day one, right? You probably haven't done all the things yet. So if you have questions as you go out, through this challenge, we're always here to answer those. You can post them in the shout group and we'll be active in there throughout the challenge. Anything else? Oh, Daphne, I'm going to get with you on that. I'll email you about that. Does that sound good? Okay, perfect. I'll do that when I get off. If anybody needs help with oils, getting anything like that, get with whoever invited you to that's been helping you with the oils. So let us know if you need help with that. All right, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, thank you for joining. Let us know how we can help. We're over here right along with you doing all the things. And we're just honored that you would join us in this challenge. We just appreciate doing it together with everyone, but just that you trust us enough to opt in with us. So I hope y'all have a great week. I'll see y'all in the shout group. Have a good day or night, wherever you're at.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Great to see everyone. Bye.
You too.